have the wonderful Layla from LaylaCodesIt with me, who's getting her coffee delivered. So Layla's working on a project for her channel, and she needs some components for it. So she said, "Hey, talk to me about these Telerik UI components.
The stuff.
What can we do with some of this?" And I'm going to show her how to install some of that today, and we'll look at some form options and things like that. So Thindle, unfortunately, it's not saying it's better. It is Layla that's with me today. So, and she's got Christmas colors on. So
green and red. That's
that
me.
was intentional or not? But
it wasn't intentional. I could put some antlers on. Would you like me to put antlers on?
So you've got a project. I've got components. It's like the whole get your peanut butter in my chocolate scenario. It's like I've got the chocolate. You've got the peanut butter. You got to get the peanut butter up here. You don't know this. This is a very American thing, I guess.
Oh my god!
This is an old commercial from the 90s, I guess, where they were advertising chocolate peanut butter cups. Reese's peanut butter cups. Oh, you have those. I know you guys have those.
So delicious. Yeah.
You just don't have the commercials, apparently.
No, we don't have the commercials. No. I'm sad now that we don't have the commercials. So you and I will
find it. They are archived on YouTube. I am sure of this.
All right. Well, you'll have to send it to me. But
I'm a big fan of commercials. You know that, right?
I'm not. I don't have any live television. It kills me to watch Bosch Legacy on whatever that streaming service is that Amazon has that's freebie, and I have to watch the adverts. I'm like, kill me now, kill me.
It's kind of like this experience here. We'll be back right after the break.
Sick of all that messing and fussing just to share your Blazor demos? Well, fuss no more. Introducing Telerik Rebel for Blazor. With Telerik Rebel for Blazor, it's the perfect tool to write, run, and share your Blazor snippets and demos. Our easy-to-use online editor makes sharing your cool new demos as simple as writing code and clicking share. And why stop there? Have you ever wanted to share a live Blazor demo directly on your blog? No problem. Just click embed. It's just that easy. Install your favorite NuGet packages and try them live in the browser. You can even access all 95 Telerik UI for Blazor components in a variety of colors your friends will be sure to enjoy. But that's not all. Install the Telerik extension for Visual Studio or VS Code and share directly from your editor. Oh, amazing! Just visit blazorrebel.telerik.com and use it free now.
Do not use or operate Blazor Rebel if you're allergic to Blazor Rebel or one of its ingredients.
I mean, we got to pay for this show somehow. And you get what you pay for. So here we are. You enjoyed that, didn't you?
No comment.
Those are classic. Yes, Blazor Rebel is free. Free. It's in absolutely no charge. Try it in your browser right now. It works.
It's just a charge on my brain. It's my brain having to listen to that yet again. I remember you sent me that, and then when you made it, you're like, oh, you're going to see what I made. And I'm like, yay, it was fun that first time, Ed.
So you want to see it again? That's what you're saying. Hang on. She wants to see it again, folks.
Sick of all that.
I'm just kidding. I won't do that again.
I would have rage quit the stream. I would have been like, I'm out, taking off my antlers, and I'm out.
So that's some of the stuff we're going to get into. I have a future in marketing for sure. That was my Billy Mays impression that I was getting across in that ad.
I don't know who Billy Mays is.
You would probably know the Brit guy. What was Anthony Brit. Sullivan? You've got to know Anthony Sullivan. He's one of your people.
I don't know Anthony Sullivan.
Oh, jeez.
Sullivan? No.
Too off track. They're famous pitchmen. That's all you need to know. You're not missing anything. I'm being sarcastic, by the way. They are real people, though. Well, I'm not making this stuff up. I'm just saying it's
Of
not
course
important.
not. Of course not.
The OxyClean guy. Yes. The OxyClean guy.
Is that Sillet bang, bang, and the dirt is gone? No, you don't know what I'm talking about now. Anyway, back to some,
Back to reality.
components.
You have a project here. I'll share code. People want to see code, not
Code.
us talking about
Okay.
boardwalk salesman.
Well, Tyndall and Napalm have seen this code. They saw me building it the last few weeks, so
Hang
they
on.
know what it is.
You built code on stream?
I wrote code.
The one stream I miss. The one stream. The one stream I miss.
You cheeky so-and-so. Honestly,
Every time I come on the
code.
show, there's no code.
There's always code.
It's always chaos, especially if
chaos.
Alyssa joins us. If Alyssa joins us, all bets are off. There's no coding happening.
Yeah,
We're off in the weeds.
She might swing by though, isn't she? Because she's on after us, isn't she? So
She is after us, right after
with
us.
some angular schmangular.
So you wrote some code.
I wrote some code. I have this application. It's called Layla's Little Helper. And you and I have been arguing extensively for the past 24 hours over a color scheme, haven't we? Ed's
I
colors
started something.
suck. He sucks stuff.
I err on the side of science, and you do not. That is all.
And it sucks. I go on the side of taste. It's just so we have a very big difference of opinion on the color scheme here. Ask Chat GPT for color schemes. No, that will return something vomit inducing, I'm sure. Worse than Ed's vomit inducing stuff. He's sending me this stuff and I'm like, bleh, nope. And he's like, question mark? Nope. What? Nope. I hate it. Stop. I was very opinionated.
Send me like 7 colors. I change one, and you're like, they're all wrong.
He gave me a whole new color scheme. I feel like I'm very far away compared to you. No, I haven't got my zoomy lens on. I've got the wrong lens. I can't zoom in on me. I'll have to just like, hello.
I've got a digital zoom on mine, so I can make this go in and as close as I want.
Go for purple or riot.
Extreme close up. Or I can zoom it back out.
I just want you to be the same size as me. I feel conscious whenever I stream with Alyssa. I'm like, why is half your head cut off? Like, be the same size human as me.
That's how I feel about your colors. Like, I need them to be in harmony, and they are not.
They are harmonious. It's just a matter of opinion. To me, they are harmonious and lovely and beautiful.
No, there's opinion and there's science. These are scientific things.
Science sucks sometimes.
It does suck sometimes.
I am a human. I have different things going on in my head than pure science. Someone else's algorithm. Yes, thank you, Fuel Snable. Matters of taste, yes. Alrighty, so I have this application and I made this amazing views. Shall I run the application and we'll see the amazing views? Okay.
Absolutely. Let's see what we got going on here.
Stunning. Beautiful. Alrighty, it's running. I don't know whether, of course it's over here. Here we go. Let's bring it over. Look, it's the template. And I have this lovely input box here. Isn't that nice? And even better if I go to this page. Look, don't you just love it? Isn't it beautiful? Tell me it's beautiful, Ed.
Yeah, it's as much of an acquired taste as your colors.
I'm not talking to you anymore. And I didn't see my gradient that I wanted.
Yeah, we haven't got there yet. We got to get the colors straight, and then we'll get the gradients on.
Okay, so we're going to put some nice UI components. 10 out of 10. Thank you, Thindle.
Nailed it.
Don't show Catherine. Look at this.
Yeah.
Catherine was busy right now because I guess she didn't want to get in an argument with me over colors.
She saw your colors. She was like, I'm out of it. She's like, Ed was right. I'm done.
Out of here.
Which, you know, I'm all lying because Catherine never say Ed was right. So
No, she wouldn't. She
that would
has
pain
taste.
her too much.
Right, and no, we're not going off on Hot Reload. I used Hot Reload this week, and it worked. Can you believe it?
That one time it worked.
It worked. It worked this week. I was in shock. I nearly fell off my chair, which isn't difficult. Okay, so we did some prep work yesterday, didn't we? So it is hot garbage. We won't go any further into it. And do you need me to open up that Telerik control panel?
No,
thingy?
that's a one-time thing. So you've already used the Telerik control panel and installed all of the bits. Now that you have some nice stuff in Visual Studio.
Yes, I'm going to branch though. Let's go and just do that because we're going to do stuff and maybe I'll hate everything you do. And I don't want to, like have to go and undo everything.
By the way, did you watch the hour video I sent you on the color brown?
No, I had better things to do, like playing video games.
People might think I'm joking. I'm not.
He's not. He sent me a video called Brown, and it was an hour long. It's not Brown Noise Field Snable. I would have watched that. Anyone remember the Mythbusters episode on brown noise?
No.
No? Okay, go and look at that. So let me just add all of this in. Oh, fiddlesticks. I did something. Hang on. I have to go and undo something. I put Edward. You might not be Edward. You might be an Edwin. You look like an Edwin.
That's my British name.
Edwin. Okay. Let's see. So I'm just going to.
Something tells me I'm going to come back from NDC London with a black eye.
We'll see. Current working point. And let me just push that up and then we'll do a git checkout, new branch, and we'll just call this, I'll call this Telerik, it's easy. Telerik UI, there we go. Okay, so we're now in a branch that you can mess up. Sally Dev says, is that what you were doing at the weekend, Layla? I saw your name badge and got all excited that I might meet you and didn't turn up. I did get a clip, please. So I wanted to be at DDD North on Saturday, but I spent 9 hours in A&E on Friday instead. So couldn't go. And I was very sad about that. So yay, happy days. I would have been happier to be in DDD, a lot happier rather than in hospital for 9 hours. But anyway, I would have loved to have met you in the flesh, Surly. Okay, so Ed, you showed me yesterday, we right click here and do some stuff, don't we?
Yes, you should be able to hit convert to Blazor application. What this is going to do is it will add all of the dependencies and any other requirements for the components to your project.
Okay, so
if you click on it, you'll get a wizard pop-up.
Okay. All right.
You can create a backup if you'd like. You did just branch, so it's up to you if you really want to do that. You can always just revert the branch.
I don't need
I
to.
would say, I would say you don't need it. It's just there for people that I don't know that don't use source control. Who knows?
Yeah.
The theme. This is changeable at any time, and you're gonna put your own spin on this pretty soon. So as far as theming capabilities go, and again, you can change this with literally one string of text. So it's not a big deal which one you pick. Personally, I use the Bootstrap themes because they are just the easiest to change all of the different color schemes for.
I like Bootstrap, so
they are the most themable of the theme 3 base themes that we have. So we have the material theme, which if you plan on going with the material theme, those are fairly customizable color-wise, but they're meant to look like the material theme. So you're not going to change the shape of the buttons and things like that generally. The default is a little too default sometimes.
Mhm.
And then the Bootstrap is really good because there's a lot of Bootstrap content out there, and we map the variables from Bootstrap into our components. So if you're already using Bootstrap, then you can just map those things, and like it will mesh perfectly with all of the Bootstrap stuff, and then you can further customize it.
Well, that sounds great. So when I used to build applications, I used Bootstrap, and then I would use Sass, and I would build up my own CSS from my own variables. So it would look very different, but I'd still use like the Bootstrap like framework type stuff, and it worked really well. So I think we could move ahead with that. It was for me, folks. I woke up at 3 a.m. with crippling pain in my back spasm, but it was around my kidney. So by 9, I went to A&E, and even morphine didn't dull my pain. But it wasn't my kidneys. It was just a back spasm. But it was like I was being tasered every 60 to 90 seconds. So trying to talk to the doctor while going, yes, it's really bad pain was not fun. Yeah.
So I was working on this is at my old job back in the day. We were working on a test machine hardware stuff.
Yeah.
And it was on a 480 volt panel. And my supervisor had one of those spasms while he was inside of the cabinet, and I thought he was getting electrocuted. And I reached for a broom. I was going to start knocking him off the machine. And I had the broom in my hand, and he turned around and he's like, "Ooh, that back spasm was terrible." And I was like, "Dude, you almost got hit with a broom." Like,
oh my God. Yeah.
I had this thick wooden handled broom, which was like the only thing nearby that would have got him unlocked from 480 volts of energy going through his body.
Oh my God. You were just going to like shove him off. Okay.
Yeah. So you gotta warn me, man.
Should I go
I'm
next?
skittish around that much voltage. That's scary stuff.
Oh, I'm going to go next. Right. Use CDN support.
Nah.
Yeah. No, because we're going to put our own stuff in, are we?
Yeah, we're gonna use our own stuff. Those can be nice, but we're not gonna bother with it.
Nah.
Oh, it
Failed.
Failed to add services.
Dot.
So
I can add that myself.
yeah,
Why is it failing to do that?
It may roll back all of the changes, and if you have a this is a Blazor server app, you said, right? Did you make any major changes to the structure of the app? Because if it can't find the file, or if it's unsure if it can insert that, it will roll back those changes.
No.
Yeah, so the wizard's not going to make changes. Stop debugging. Maybe it was running?
It was running.
Oh, the app was running.
Yeah,
So
we forgot to stop it.
It may not have had access to the file. So try running it one more time. If it still doesn't work, we'll manually add it. So I helped write the wizard that does this. And what it does, it goes through like a chain of checks, and it will, in memory, like make these changes to the files. And if it cannot write to them, then it will roll back everything it was going to do.
Okay, so let's have another go.
It still says it can't do it. So for some reason, it's not getting access to that file. Why is it closing out all of Visual Studio? Is Visual Studio crashing?
I don't know.
Okay, let's do this manually. It's not that hard. So the first thing we need to do is go to, let's see, is there anything in here? It looks fine. It's got to be VS doing something.
Yeah, it's odd,
I'll
isn't
have
it?
to have one of our engineers look at. Maybe there was an update for Visual Studio that busted something.
Okay. This should all be pretty standard. I've done is
I'll try to do this from memory. There may be something we need to copy and paste, so I'll get that ready while we go through this too. So the first thing that the wizard does, it goes up into dependencies.
And we're going to add
dependency node on the Solution Explorer. and right click on the node and do package manager.
Manage
And
NuGet
then-
packages here.
Yep.
Oh, okay. I never do it from dependencies. I always just right click on the solution. I thought you were
Okay.
going to show me something fancy.
I didn't know you could do it from the solution.
Let me show you. Look, you don't do that here. You can go right click on here and then you go manage NuGet packages.
Oh, okay. I always do it with extra steps. Now it'll be 90% faster. Let's see. Type Telerik in there. You should see the Blazor components show up. You may need to change your NuGet package sources. There you go.
So we added all of that yesterday. So we went through the magic thing that did it all.
Yeah, it was added automagically by our installer.
This one, Telerik UI for Blazor, not Silverlight. Yeah?
Not Silverlight, no. Which we could add if you want to add it.
No, I don't.
I will give you a free license.
Thanks.
Anybody wants a license? No, I can't say that. Somebody will be like, I want it.
I want it.
Then
Okay.
support will be like, why did you do this to us?
Did I can add it in here if you like. This can go in my boilerplate.
So you added the NuGet packages, right?
Yeah. So you want me to
you
add
should have
services.
Yep, services dot
Dot
add.
add. And it was, what was it? Telerik?
Telerik Blazor, I think it is.
Yeah, there we go. All right.
And
So we've got
then
that.
save that one.
Yeah.
And then there's also let me double check here. There's going to be two script files, or not script files, but a CSS and a script file.
Okay. So
which I
I
am pasting here.
into my
chat.
www root.
Hang on. Open that link I just sent you.
I think I had to get all the bits hanging off the end, didn't I? That sounded terrible. Okay.
We already ruined Christmas for children. Let's not take this any further.
You did have me come on stream. What do you expect? And you got me on Friday as well.
And you've got me on your stream.
I know. God.
On the HTML portion there, grab
We want
that
this one?
script. Yep, that
Okay.
one. And then put that in your pages host.cshtml.
After this one.
I think it goes at the head.
Okay. Is that what that said? I didn't.
It's got the deferred thing on there, so I think it just
It is. Okay.
it's going to load in when it needs it anyway.
Oh, look, I've got it already.
Oh, you've
So
already
did-
so the
So-
wizard did get something done.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, the wizard did make changes, but it,
Interesting. Okay.
okay, so it didn't roll that back. I don't see. Oh, it is. Okay, there's the bootstrap swatches there too.
Yeah.
That's the CSS file. And then let's go ahead and
I'm just going to put Telerik stuff.
Okay. That is not an HTML comment.
Oh God.
Yay, context switching.
Okay.
There we go. That'll work. A razor comment is fine. Double check inside of shared.
Mm-hmm.
So it didn't add the Telerik layout here.
Okay. So
So you can either add the layout or you can go into the main layout and just edit it. We don't like to edit the main layout just in case there's stuff here that you've got customized already. So what we do is we
all I
create
have is that.
we create another layout and we just inherit from it
Okay.
in this one. But this is just as easy. Go to the top. I think it has to be under the page title. and add a Telerik root component. This is like one of those cascading value type of things.
It was there, and I pressed tab, and it was like, oh no. Is it self-closing?
No. And
Okay.
you need to wrap the entire rest of the page with that. So that's something the wizard would have added. And then inside of your imports.razor file, you need two using statements in here. You need Telerik.Blazor. Is that a Visual Studio feature, or is that your spacebar? So I had a broken spacebar, and it was doing that. It was driving me insane. But then I got this lovely new keyboard.
It actually, wait, it is a bit of a Visual Studio. I pressed space then, and it didn't do it.
Oh,
Watch.
did it?
Hang on. At using space. Look.
Yeah, that's annoying. So I bought a whole new keyboard because of this.
And it's not the keyboard.
I thought it was the keyboard, but I'm happy that I did. See, I don't think
Let's see it.
you
Let's
saw
see it.
this. Did
Make
you
it
see
bigger.
this?
Like put it full screen. Oh, that's very pretty. Where's that
yeah,
from?
full screen. There we go. This is a RK something or other keyboard. RK,
Yeah.
I don't know, but it does all kinds of crazy stuff. It's like replaceable keys. I can customize it. Yeah, so if one of the keys does break, like a spacebar, I can just rip it off and put a new one in, like switches and all.
I can't use that type of keyboard.
It has like 30 different light patterns to it, which none of them I use, by the way.
I
But
have to
It's good to
use
know the capability is there.
split stuff with
Ergonomic.
with risers. Yeah, I can't use these ones. I don't think here. I can't use them.
So just to show you the insane capability here, this is the setting, the settings for this. These are some of the light modes that are offered.
Oh my goodness, is that
then
truly necessary?
There are sub light modes for some of these as well. And if you'd like it to display a wave effect to the music you're listening to, you can do that as well. Because that's a thing. Because we all need that with our keyboard. Even your groan lit my keys up there, Layla. Your agonizing groan. The keys started fluttering. It's pretty funny.
Ugh, I don't even know what to say
Hang
anymore.
on. Keep talking. This is great.
Hello. Oh my goodness. This is so unnecessary.
So unnecessary.
So unnecessary, Edwin.
Oh,
Edwin.
anyhow.
That's your new name. Edwin.
Anyhow. It is unnecessary, and I love unnecessary. I don't know why.
These are
It's too much fun.
antlers with little ears, Napalm. Look.
It's way too much fun when you have like ridiculous stuff like this on your keyboard. Why is that entertaining to me? I have no idea. But it is, and I love it. All right, one more dependency here.
Alrighty, what is it?
It is the Telerik Blazor.components namespace.
Okay.
All right. Now, let me think. We did the main, we did CS, HTML, we did program CS. The wizard would have been so much easier, but I think that is everything. I think that is everything.
Why is that okay that that's erroring like that?
What is erroring?
No,
that
the
is not
Telerik
okay.
root component. Add a
It
using
should have gotten
direct.
fixed when we put the imports in there.
Okay, let me just clean maybe or rebuild. No.
Oh, I know what it is. This is a British problem. It is root component, not route component, because this is a translation issue, folks. So how do you say this version of it?
That's a root.
Okay, what was the last version of it?
That was a root.
They're the same to you. How do you differentiate?
Context.
Yeah, it should be the group component. That would be better. I agree with Genescu. All right.
Yes, moving on.
Yeah. Let's please. We should be good to go. Let's put a Telerik component somewhere, just so we know it works.
Okay.
like
Shall we
on your
update,
index page?
Yeah, this beautiful piece here. Okay.
Wait, first, how about compile? Let's just start there. Make sure all of our roots and our roots are rooted.
It says one build succeeded. Whoop whoop! Check
Yay.
build succeeded.
So if you want to replace your button there,
My beautiful button. Yes.
yes, just go above it for now, and
Okay.
we will start writing the new button out. It's going to be a Telerik button now.
All right. This is a whole input thing. Is that going to do the whole thing for us? Do you want me to?
Is it a form?
It's an input group.
It's an input group, but it is not a form.
It's not a form.
So,
It's an input group.
so there are two little things there. So if we're going to use input components, generally they like to be in forms because of validation. That goes for all Blazor stuff, not just our components. But I think I'm trying to remember if we can use the Blazor components outside of a form. I think
what I'm going to say is let's move to this
breaking
page
anything, but
because this could be a form. I'd be okay if this was a form.
okay.
I think
Um,
we can totally
you can
rewrite
add
this page.
buttons and inputs, I think, but whenever you have like input texts, I know the Blazor components, the ones that come with the framework, they require a form, or they used to. You don't see a form on yours. Do they not require a form anymore?
I don't need a form on anything.
Oh, okay. I thought you
But-
needed a form with them.
We can totally rewrite this. I'm okay with that. So this is that lovely page where I can update those two values. And I was doing them independently, saving each one rather than saving the whole collection. So go forth and edit, Edwin.
So if you want to just test a button, let's
Yes.
replace the cancel button. That one's
Okay.
really simple.
Okay. What would you like me to replace it with? A Telerik button.
Yep. So you do Telerik button,
Yes.
and then you have a very similar on-click event.
Okay. Just like
It's
that.
going to be a capitalized version of that because
Okay,
it's
so it
not an
doesn't
HTML
conflict.
element. Only HTML elements have the lowercase version.
So like so.
And then put your text inside as cancel.
Mhm.
And you should be able to run that and see that it is now a Telerik button.
Okay. Excitement. We've done some code.
Where's the cancel button at on this page? Is it on this page?
It is. It's had an issue.
Did we cause that? I don't remember seeing the cancel button before.
It's there.
Is it?
It didn't like it.
Does not have the
On-click.
property on click. Let's see. Let me double check something. Maybe it wasn't on click. You should get IntelliSense with this stuff.
Does it have an at, or is it without an at? Is that the thing? There we go.
Yeah, it's without the at.
Yeah, that's the problem. I did wonder.
Yeah, it's only HTML elements that have the at symbol as well, because they also have a matching JavaScript on click handler, and that's the only way the compiler can differentiate the two.
Look, there it
There you
is. There it is.
It's a lovely shade of
puce.
yuck. You've added our stuff and somehow made it worse, Layla. What did you do? Ship it.
Ship it.
That's the yes.
Oh, it's so delightful. Let's go.
Isn't it? So you want to do another button, or let's see, is this like you want to be able to update these independently for some reason? Okay.
Yeah.
So that takes us away from our auto-generated form.
I can change it if you want.
No, it's up to you. Like if you want it custom where you're updating each part like individually, that's fine.
That's kind of what I wanted to do.
So we do have a feature though that will let you here. I will give you a link that you can look at. Just so you know this is there and it exists. We do have a form component as well.
Okay.
So if you're doing like those really boring forms that nobody wants to hand code.
I've done so many hand-coded forms. Oh my goodness.
This will auto-generate the form for you if you want to look at this. Whoops, wrong chat. Hang on. I mean, I can paste it in that as well. If people want to look at it, they can. You can auto-generate your forms using our stuff.
In the REPL?
Yeah. So if you look at view source on that, or you can pull it up in the REPL, either one. If you scroll down a little bit.
I'm just making it bigger, Ed, so folks can see it.
Of course. See how there's like no code here? It's just Telerik form, and then you pass it a model.
Right.
Inside of the else statement there. So Telerik form, you give it a model, you give it the submit behaviors, and you declare validation if you want to use validation. And that's it.
All right. Shall we give it a go?
Based on the type of data, so you can see there's some in the person there, the user model. It's got a couple dates, and it will render those dates as date time pickers because they are date inputs. So it will automatically generate based on the type of those, you call it, the data types on that class. So that's pretty handy. And you can use the model builder stuff, the data annotations from .NET.
Okay.
And you can set things like if you want to not display something, you can turn that off. You can change like if you have properties that are concatenated together, like the names, you can set names, or you can pull them out of a, what is that called? Your globalization features. So you could do all that stuff with the data annotations, and then you don't write any HTML code. So if you look at the generated version,
is that the example here?
Yeah, you could look at the example there. So it pulled this out of the model.
And we've got the date pickers and
there were dates in there. The employee ID was set to do not. It displays it, but it's not editable. So you can control all that through the model data annotations. So if you don't want to write these forms, you could do that. If you have something super custom though, like you want to submit every field separately with its own set of buttons, then you can do that as well.
So I only have the 2 fields because everything's coming through from Patreon. I don't need to set, these are like the only 2 custom things that I'm going to set for a user. So that's why I had them, and you may not want to set them every time. So, you know, it just seemed, and I'm happy if these are more of like let's have a little edit pen or something like that. So what can we sort of do that works with that?
You can change that update button.
Okay.
So go to the update button. I'm going to say with a little bit of caution here, I don't know how this affects accessibility,
Okay.
but we can set it to not have text and just use an icon.
Okay. So are we going to have another Telerik button instead?
Yeah.
So if I copy this and drop this in here, and let me just comment this little dude out. Okay, so this one, then we're going to take the on click as this still.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to have our, I'll just put save in there. And then we need the update down here, which is the one we're going to work on. So if I do that and do that, not that, we want that. And then we grab update. Yeah.
Yep. And there's also, let me see here. Let me grab some documentation real quick. So you can add an icon. There is an icon property.
Okay.
And then there is a list of icons. Let me get those.
So Marcus Voice Programmer said FA edit from Font Awesome. Do you have, is there a Telerik version of?
There are fonts built, or font icons built into the components. So you should be able to just put lowercase the word edit in that icon field.
In
create a property.
Oh, okay, right. So a property.
Nope.
Oh,
Just
capital P.
Nope. Just say icon.
Oh, icon.
It already has, capital I.
Okay, icon.
Set that property to the word edit lowercase, and save it and run it.
Dun, 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 dun.
Ooh, fancy.
Is it fancy though?
So there's your little pencil icon. That easy.
but hot reload worked.
Yeah, that's the amazing part. Hot reload actually. I'm not making any friends at
disgusting
Microsoft
color.
talking
Why?
about that.
Why?
You picked it. You picked the vintage.
Yes, but it's
theme.
vile. I didn't expect it to be vile. Anyway, moving on. Right, so we can go there, and now we have this. What about making my input look less horrific?
I mean, like jammed on top of the save and cancel buttons, or just the input in general. You can put a Telerik input in there.
Okay, so I'm going to comment out this guy. We're going to come down here, and we're going to have a Telerik input.
Oh, wow.
Why?
Why? Maybe we need another namespace in there. We might have moved some namespaces.
So
no, you put input base. No, it should be input base.
That's just what
delete that and take that rest of that out of there. It should just be Telerik. Maybe it's text input. Give me a second here. I usually use the form components.
It says it has an unexpected
text
name.
Box. Sorry, Telerik text box.
Okay. It's happier now.
There we go. So Telerik text box. And then you can also, to these, you're probably not going to need this, but just so you know it's there, there is a placeholder property. If you want to have that little like faint placeholder text, you can add that. And then the value goes into let's see here. Just wanna make
And
sure
the
I get
bind
it.
values as well.
Yeah, you can bind values here. Let's see.
Let's see. So if we go bind, is there a bind? There's not a bind. Do I use the HTML bind for this?
Yeah, give me a second. Why am I not seeing this? Let me dig into the documentation real quick. Yeah, it should be at bind. It's capital value because it's
the same as here.
Yeah, it's the same as the input box there.
Okay.
I just wanted to double check.
No,
Sure
that's
I had
cool.
that right.
So, shall we, folks? Shall we do it again? Shall we? Let me cancel. Okay. Do I have to press the little button? I must have to press the little button. Okay, here we go.
There's a
Boom.
way to enable it so you don't have to press it, but it depends on the edit that you do. Sometimes it'll want to restart the app.
Oh, look, it's like a proper Bootstrap form, full width, and these
Yep.
buttons are still far too friendly. Do we need like what is it? Form control? I would have used.
Yeah, you can wrap that in a form. You can also set the width of that box if you want it to not be full width like that. But it's not going to help your buttons.
Nothing will help those buttons.
And there are form. If you're doing this manually, like we are, there are what do you call it? Those little like form helper things that you can wrap
Tag
around
helpers.
it. No, not tag helpers. There's the. I'm trying to find an example of it here. Maybe it's under forms. That's why I'm not seeing it. I'm looking at text box and I'm not looking at form.
I'm chilling down. I took my snoodle off earlier. I'm going to have to put on something halfway between my snoodle. Folks, my snoodle is like one of those wearable blankets, and I call it my snoodle, and it's huge, but I was too hot in that, so I'm going to have to just like put something that's not quite as heavy as a snoodle. Oh no, my antlers. My antlers. No, not a snuggie, a snoodle.
Snuggie.
It's called a snoodle. It's the thing that got delivered on Thursday during the stream. It's this. So it like comes down to my knees. It's velour. It's lined with like Sherpa fleece. And it's very attractive. I look like I'm swaddled. See? But it's toasty.
I bought my wife something like that once for a holiday gift, and she literally cried out of sadness, not joy.
I ordered that for myself, and I say it's lovely and warm. Cookie likes it. She gets in under it and like snuggles.
So I think our forms will auto-generate this stuff.
Okay.
But we do have those little helper wrappers that you have with like Bootstrap as well, or you can say like this is like a form group, and like it will like kind of space things properly.
Input group, is it?
Yeah, I think on Bootstrap that's what it's called. Ours are not quite as documented because they're supposed to be used with the form.
And of course, I don't want to use it in the traditional sense. So I'm just a troublemaker. Right. What do you want me to type?
You could try this. Wrap the outside of the input with a div.
Just the input.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Right.
and give it a class of kForm field. Dash is in between each word. K-form-field. Oh, they're coming from IntelliSense. There we go. That'll work. And then the button, see if you can wrap them together. Put a div around both buttons. I'm trying to remember if you can do them as a group or not. And give it a class. Do K dash form dash and then buttons. There we go. It's plural. So yeah, we wrap both buttons. See if that makes it look any better. So the form component will auto generate these divs. So if you were wrapped in a form, and when you use a form, you use a form, a sub element called a form item, and the form item generates these. So you don't have to memorize these if you're using the form, but that's how they come out. There we go.
Okay.
So now it's got proper spacing between everything.
It's quite a lot of spacing.
You're never happy, are you?
No, I mean, that's like, I could fit a bus between that input and those buttons.
Yeah, Layla's not doing validation. She's like, I don't care what your
I
screen
never
name is.
said that.
She, null is perfectly fine with me.
I never said that. You haven't given me any validation yet.
This sounds like something we need to talk to our therapist about.
All right, where am I sticking this validation?
Okay, so if you're going to do validation, you do need the form. So
Oh my, right. Let's stick a bloody form in then. How do we do that?
all right.
Are you doing the whole thing as a form? Are we doing each thing as a form? You're the user interface expert.
So
I've
Visual
not done this
Studio.
for 5 years.
Visual Studio is going to make me very unhappy here, and I'm just going to go out on a limb and say this is not going to work when we try it. Because Visual Studio, they refuse to fix their bugs regarding these things, but there's a snippet that will help us with this if it'll actually work.
Okay.
So inside of your if statement there,
Okay.
type TB and see the set of autocompletes that are starting to show up there. So type dash. Whoa, that's what happened when you hit dash? Yeah, Visual Studio is going nuts. Make a new line, TB dash. Really? Really, Visual Studio? Really? It was getting further than this last time. TB. Maybe I know what's going on. Go outside of the if statement for now.
Okay.
It can't detect that it's HTML. So TB dash. And then start typing form. There you go. Tab.
Okay.
All right. See if it lets you tab through the options in there.
It
Oh,
does.
they fixed it. They fixed it. It was writing the literal code that we use for the placeholders. So it was saying, instead of saying @model, it was model for placeholder or placeholder for model, placeholder for submit. And it was writing all that literal junk out to the screen, and it was broken. So they did fix it. So yay, Visual Studio people are listening. So there's your form. You can paste that in below where you need it.
Okay. All right. So are we...
So you need a model now.
Yeah. Do we want this to be a view model? I'm guessing we'll need a view model for this, right?
Yeah. If you want to do it just quick and dirty, you can just hack it right into that page for now and move it.
It's fine. I can do it as a view model.
Okay. So this is the weird thing about Blazor. So to each their own. I'm not picking on your code at all. I would never do that. Why?
You know better.
Why does the model belong in a models folder?
I say, what?
So it's not MVC.
Yeah,
Like,
okay.
I've
That's the way.
been putting the models like right in a subfolder with the components that
I could
go
do that with the view models.
That's just
fine.
my like personal like thing with Blazor lately, is because like we're not on MVC anymore. There's no need to like take something that belongs with the form and set it somewhere arbitrary in the project to where we're working.
So how is that view model going to get through to my user service? Are we just going to like construct a user and pass that through?
How does it get there now? You're just passing the
I
string?
create a user object. I have a user model.
Oh, you already have the model then.
Yes, but it's not quite the same as that model. I was asking if you wanted more of a view model. So I have this
Okay.
I have this model here, which maps an entity to, this is a DTO. So I'm asking if you wanted a view model.
I use a very simple pattern for stuff that's not like excessively large. Like if I'm not doing an app that requires something big like AutoMapper, I do something very simple. So create your view model that you want, which would be what, that one property, two properties.
Two properties. You want me to stick that in here?
If you're submitting them separate, you might actually just need one property because we only have one input, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So unfortunately, you have to make a class with one property.
Okay.
This is just the way validation works in Blazor. This is not Telerik's fault.
Fine. I don't have a startup.
Because it has to validate a model.
All right. So
that's why I said you
class.
could actually just put it right in. You could put it right in the form. It's just one field. Right in the view.
I am in the view.
Are you?
Yeah.
I can't see the tab is like, it just says set Zor.
Settings.razor.
Oh, okay.
Class, what is it? Class, whatever it is. Update username, nickname.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we'll have that as so now we've got that. Now we need an annotation. So what is our
required?
Required. Okay. What else?
You might need to bring in the data annotations.
Must not be null. What, there's
required
string.empty. Will that do that?
Required does all that.
Max length we can do, can't we? Because we probably don't want.
If you have a max length requirement,
what's a good length for a name? How many characters? 25? I don't know. What is it now?
As long as I don't try to put my last name in there, I'm good. It's a nickname, so 25 is probably decent.
It's not a full name. So now we have this update nickname model. So we can come back up here to this what's it thingamabob here. So that's our model. Yep.
Your onSubmit handler is the function that you're going to run when it successfully submits.
Do we need to actually make an instance of this, like here?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, so we're going to have a private
might want to new one of those up, by the way. So it's currently null. Just equals new.
Yes, I know.
There we go. Sorry, I'm backseat coding.
It's okay. You're allowed in certain types to backseat code.
Okay, so now you have your model, your onSubmit handler. You can just I don't think all that await stuff is necessary. I think you just say save and that should do it. And you need not the parentheses on the end. It's a delegate. There we go. And then change that on submit to on valid submit. There we go. Because otherwise it would just submit all the time regardless of validation. And then replace that there.
Okay.
So you can put your form in that spot. And it is already okay. You don't have your cancel button. And I don't think it's going to render one. What does cancel do? Just undo the change?
Yeah, so this nickname edit is a toggle. Just here.
Okay, so you're showing the form there. So I think we need to add a cancel button to that form.
Okay, so should I grab this one?
Yeah, grab that one. Let me see where this actually belongs in the form too. So we haven't added the form items either, unless you wanted to auto-generate that field.
You tell me, Edwin. Tell me.
Let's go ahead and just spell it all out for now.
Alrighty.
Because you have these extra buttons and things, it's already doing some custom stuff.
Okay.
So you're going to do a up in the Telerik form, right under the save, after that caret there. Yeah, do a form input. So we actually, this will actually partially, do form items.
Oh, okay. All right. Sorry.
We'll still leverage some of the auto-generated stuff here. So form items, and then close that bracket, and then inside, open some space up and do a form item. And then there's a field property on that. So field, and the field is coming off your model.
Okay, so do I need to do at model?
So it is going to be at
model dot
nick update, nickname update. Dot. Nickname. There you go. And that will infer the input type from the model. So we don't actually have to manually build that.
And then we put our buttons.
Yeah, let's see here.
Well, we only want one because we've kind of already done the top one, haven't we?
I'm trying to think if we've got a built-in cancel button or not. Just making sure we don't already have that as a feature. I don't think we do. There we go. Yeah, you got to add it. So in the form items, add a form buttons group there.
There's not form group. And then I'm guessing in there form buttons.
Oh, it goes up a level.
Right.
So form buttons goes above
outside
or below form items.
Yeah, got you.
It's its own.
Sorry, folks. I just realized I'm doing this a bit low and you're obfuscated by mine and Edwin's delightful faces. Form buttons. Oh, for Pete's sake, Visual Studio. Come on. Just close out these freaking tags.
You can copy and paste both of your buttons over there.
Both of them.
Yeah, put both of them. I think once you edit the form buttons group, like you are, it will not auto-generate the other button.
Okay, and you said you didn't want me to use the async.
You can try taking out, see if you even need that. I don't think you need that.
Okay.
I think the reason you might have had it is because you might have initially included the curly or the parentheses on it,
No, I
which
didn't.
threw an error. No,
No, because I
how
had.
did you end up with the await then?
Because it's asynchronous, and I googled how does one, call an asynchronous method.
You should be able to use either or on a button in Blazor.
It's okay. You're the Blazor
Try it.
expert.
See if it messes anything up.
All right.
I don't think you need it.
You want to run it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, go ahead and run it. Or maybe you have to do that on a HTML button, not an actual component.
Alrighty, let's go. Settings. Update.
All right, what did we mess up?
Object reference not set to an instance of an object.
It's make sure it's picking up the correct. Actually, is nickname null? Where's that getting set? Where was it getting set before?
We probably need to new this up and then give it the existing one.
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
Okay.
That field is null.
So we need to do that on initialized. So
try that. See if that was the error.
No.
Try rebuilding. Make sure it got the change. All right, what could possibly be null here? Something to do with the model or the property. One of the two.
Value cannot be null. Can we put breakpoints in?
Yeah.
Can you just take this off screen for a moment? I don't know what sensitive data is in here. Thank you.
Give that a look. So make sure the object, like the model, isn't null, and then
it's all there. You can show it's not sensitive. It's okay.
Okay.
So we have a nickname.
Okay.
So I'm not sure. And we should have, let me just step over one. Let's go here. So it's not null.
I have a odd suspicion. Let's try, take it out of the if statement for a minute. Let's see if this magically fixes it.
Is it just because it's not visible, it's not rendering type thing? It's not binding.
Yeah, that could be an issue, I think.
One sec. Ed, can you just take my camera off screen, please?
Sure. So what can happen here, folks, is she had the form inside of an if statement. And what I'm checking is, I think sometimes the if statements, if they're not rendering the initial component, it's not actually getting newed up yet, but something is still trying to access one of the fields of that component that is not rendered. So it's throwing a null, which can do some weird stuff. But we'll take it out of that box and see. I don't know if she recompiled this or not, but oh, you're ready to come back?
Yes.
Okay, sorry.
I'm ready.
There you are. Did you
Needed to draw
recompile?
my curtains. Yes, I did. I restarted it, and it doesn't like it. It doesn't like your code. Yeah, I can do it again. Look, let's clean, and let's rebuild. Totally unnecessary because the rebuild does the clean. But let's go. Oh, it's really upset now, Ed.
Okay.
I won't even go to the page.
Let's take a look. All right. So let's flow through this real quick. All right. So we've got uninitialized async fires.
Right. Yep. Here.
And that is when the user name gets set. Scroll up for a second. Let's see the form. Nickname update is definitely the model name. It's very confusing. Yeah, that is the instance, right?
All right, let's go and change this. So let's call this it is the instance name. Let's go. I'll just call this nickname, okay? And we'll call this name, okay? And then we can go and reset up here. We'll call this nickname, and then we'll call that nickname update. Does that help you?
Yeah, let's double check that form.
Yeah, I just need to fix this one.
Okay, so that was set up correctly. What is it hitting a null on? I'm so confused with the null part.
Let me put another breakpoint in. Let's go down here again.
You can move it back into your
into the if. It's obviously that's why it was having issues, because it was null inside this. Let's see, edit nickname is false. I can set that to true to show it on load if you want. Let's have a look. All right, so now I can get to here, and if I step over that, I have a. Why is this so, like, just show me what is in there. We have the nickname, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And then we step over, okay? So now I go update, and it's unhappy.
Doesn't show what field it's hitting that on.
Failed to load the resource. Wait, it doesn't.
Seems like
it's odd, isn't it?
Yeah. Primary property. It's got to be something with maybe validation isn't getting built correctly. We have those, but
let me just take those off for a moment. I don't, oh, gosh. Hot reload sucks.
Yeah, I wonder if hot reload has anything to do with any of this too.
No, it's not those. I'm sorry, I break your code. I break it all. I broke it.
I just don't, there's not a whole lot to be null. Like, what are we hitting a null on? What the one field that's there is.
Save in a nickname edit.
Shouldn't be those.
Can we put breakpoints here? No. Can put one here though.
Take the data annotations validator out for just a second. Just kind of grasping at straws here. I'm trying to figure out why, what the heck is hitting null?
Yeah, it is odd. So that's not going to show. That's fine. That's Nothing of interest. Let me bring that. Okay, so that's true. It's not going to step in, is it?
No, I don't think so.
No.
So
Still doesn't like the form. What if we take these buttons out for a moment like that?
yeah, just tack
Bang
away
it
at it
all
for a
out.
minute, see if we can figure out which thing is going in null here.
Nope.
Nope, not the buttons. The only thing left is the form items in the model. So it's got to be the model if it's
Yeah.
not this.
Okay. There you go.
So the
So
model is fine.
This here, it was not happy with.
But it generated, go run it
Yeah.
again.
It generated.
So the auto generation kicked in because we don't have any form form items, and it generated the correct the correct form for it. That's interesting. And it set it. So
if I do this now and just this, let's just see. So I did set it to reload on save. So we go cancel. Oh. No, you're not allowed to cancel, Layla.
That's why you had the async in there, I bet.
Yeah.
So when you cancel, you're trying to hide the form. So it needs to tell the thread that it's okay to re-render it. So that's how you ended up with the async lingo in there. That makes sense now. Like in a normal form that's not trying to hide something after you cancel, you put it on save. Is that where it belonged? Okay, yeah.
Well, no, that's this one. That should be that one. It's not the async should be up here. Yeah, no, that is the right place. So does that need to be? You know, that doesn't like it. Oh, it does. It's okay. No.
So when you hit cancel, what's happening? Like in
it
code?
Shows it for a nanosecond. I can see. Can you see? Update shows for a minute.
But what happens in?
Oh, it just toggles it. It comes down here, and it just does that. So if I put a breakpoint there, we should hit that once.
Let's try something. I think it's submitting anyway.
So we need to take out default because default behavior.
Yeah. So
can we do that on valid submit?
Hang on. That I think is fine. It's the cancel button. So the Telerik button that has the cancel functionality. Let me check something on that real quick.
Okay. Because we need to prevent defaults, is it?
Yeah, even in if it was an HTML button, we'd still have this problem. It's not a Telerik button thing, it's an HTML thing because it's in
What did I have? I had button cancel. I didn't have any prevent default on there, I don't think. Let me go and have a look. No.
There are instructions on how to do this. So here, I'm going to paste this in chat just so it's easy. You can just type this out. Add that property to the cancel button. If this was an HTML button, it would be very similar. It would be type equals button, I think. Because when a button is inside of a form, it has a default behavior
Yeah, there we go.
of submitting.
So we need that also on the save button.
The save needs... You tried putting the async stuff on there? Because if you put that on there, it's not going to be the default submit behavior.
So you want me to put the async on it?
Yeah. I don't know where it actually belongs in that either, because so that didn't work.
I think it needs that because it's not its default behavior. It's not submitting a form.
It is though.
Is it?
Yeah, because if you're in that text box and you hit enter, it's going to default to press that button.
Okay.
Try changing it to this.
In here, right? So
yeah.
we've, just for folks watching, we've now got button type submit, and then we've got button type button. So that sounds like very classic HTML stuff to me.
Yeah, it's really just passing those values along.
Okay, so we're going to update, cancel, update,
copy.
save. Save didn't work still. Cancel's fine. Update doesn't. Now you want me to put the async back in?
Yeah. I don't think that one up top gets fired.
I've done it just in case. No. Don't you love coding with me?
I've never had an auto hiding form after you update it.
Why not?
This is because you usually don't hide the information from the user.
I'm not. It
afterwards.
Updated. Did it update the when I do it?
It's a very abnormal UX we've got so far here.
It's not saving either. It's not hitting the save. It's not doing my submit. Did you know that?
No, I didn't realize that.
It's not. Should we put, like, it's not hitting my save?
Maybe that's part of the problem.
Yeah, maybe. It's not calling my save. Because we're not making a user item now. We haven't updated the user item.
Yeah, so you need to do... the user, you need to map that back to your object.
So we can do that as in here, we're going to do
save
nickname. We're going to do dot nickname is equal to, what was that thing called? Nickname dot name. Update
the
nickname.
Object is called something else. Is it nickname update?
Oh my god, this is horrible.
Some poor naming choices we've made here today.
What
naming
not to
things
do?
is hard.
Okay, so now we've got that done. Let's save that. I don't think that will make any difference.
And I guess nickname edit is the toggle.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, I would choose some different names for these maybe.
Yes, well, I hacked the code. We can rename it. Edit. Rename, nickname, edit.
I'd put toggle.
Toggle.
At the end. Yeah.
Okay. So it did do the save.
That worked, but we still can't hide the form afterwards.
That seems weird that we can't do that. Is it double calling it? Is it calling it twice because we have two submit buttons? In theory.
Let me check this sample I was looking at. On valid submit. Yeah, take the event handler off the second button. So that it is double calling. Clear that, because what's happening there is it's calling it there, and the button, the default behavior is to submit the form, which then fires it again.
So I've taken it off there, and that one, then that should all link up, right?
Yeah.
So cancel, update. Yay! Success!
So much extra work. Check your validations now. Do we have those in there still?
Yes. So
Okay,
if
put it
I
back.
do this,
Just empty it. No way of knowing if
did I
that's
take them off?
25. Oh, you took them.
No,
It
they're
might not
on.
be 25 characters.
Really? Okay.
How many characters is that?
There we go. Okay, that's a lot. Maybe it needs to be less than 25.
And then
characters.
delete all of them. Like take it all out.
Okay.
There you go. Yay, now you have validation. You didn't have validation before I started helping you. Click on your update button again. So you have save and cancel. If you want to add icons to those, you can.
Okay, so we can do that
So,
with
yeah,
the
icon
icon button
property.
thing. Where was it? Where was it? The icon. Here it is. Icon.
And then you can say cancel for cancel.
Let's go up and do that. Let me just unpin this. So we have, I just gonna new line these a little bit so we can see them.
And then for submit, I'm trying to remember what we normally use. There's one called check,
Okay.
which I think is what we normally use for submissions.
So, oh, I'm hungry. And then we'll put that there. Check. Okay, let's go and have a look. Oh, look! Yay!
There we go.
How
Now, if you-
cute!
We've got a hard out here in just a few minutes because our good friend
Alyssa.
Alyssa is starting. I kept thinking Layla. I'm like, I'm on with Layla. It's not Layla.
It's not
Alyssa is
Layla.
coming on.
It's the
So
other
we gotta-
troublemaker.
We've got a hard out here in a minute. But if you want to update the theme of this,
Okay, to
You
the
could
glorious
choose-
colors.
any of the themes that we have, or you can go to themebuilderapp.telerik.com. And I think there's actually a shortcut on that screen you have open already.
Oh, I'm stunned there. I'm already there.
Yeah. You would need to log in because
Would
we
you remove me
save
from
your
Steam,
themes
please?
to the cloud now. So
Thank you.
that's a thing. This is a new feature that we
You
just
may
added.
share
You
my
used to not have to log in before.
Okay.
They all say Kendo because they're based. All the themes, even the Bootstrap or the Blazor ones, are based on our Kendo libraries.
Okay.
So I would choose the Bootstrap theme again.
Yeah.
This one I feel is the most robust as far as theme
So
options.
create.
Mhm. And it's not using Bootstrap under the covers or anything. It's just the default is meant to look like Bootstrap. This is our
Okay.
new and improved theme builder.
Very whizzy.
So right now you've got, I think if you go under the little paint bucket on the upper left-hand side,
This
you
one.
can see the theme that you chose, which was vintage.
Yes.
So this is the one that you had picked. Go ahead and click that and you'll see that lovely color.
Vomit-inducing. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
vomit. I'm sorry.
So I guess that is a purple. I thought it was a brown at first.
No,
That
it's
is a purple,
purple.
isn't it? It's hard
Yeah.
to tell on
Does
stream.
this qualify for your what's it thing?
No, this is not a mid-century vibe. No.
No,
Whatever. This is a 1920s vibe. I don't know.
No,
So
but your color wheel theory thing that you're inflicting on me.
It probably does, but doesn't mean that it's good colors.
Thank you. Sorry, you heard that. Did you hear that, folks? You heard that.
They're harmonic colors. They're vomit-inducing harmonic colors. So if you go to the theme colors on the left-hand side, there should be you see primary there.
Yes.
If you click on that, you can choose a color. Any color.
Okay, give me one of my lovely colors.
One of your lovely colors. Hang on, I don't have it on screen. Give me a second.
What do you mean you don't have it on screen? Thindle is back. Oh! We're nearly gone though, Thindle. We're out.
Do you want a pink or a purple or a...
I want a purple.
What? Try B05574.
B05.
574.
57. You're robotized again, Ed, that's why.
Oh, really? 4.
No, you're normal again now. 4. Okay.
Press enter or click somewhere.
There. Yay.
Now, if you hit export up at the right-hand side,
it's exporting. Exciting. Okay,
here we go. You will get a zip file. And in that zip file, there is a CSS file. And we can replace that in the project that you have, and it will retheme it. So
we need
www.root.
And then we'll just
drop it in there anyway.
Here. Paste.
So right now, I think it's getting it from the DLL or something.
Paste. Where's the paste? Oh my goodness. What is the problem?
I think you just type.
I have to extract it. Really?
Yeah. Yay, Windows makes you extract it first.
No, it doesn't.
Is it running?
It's not. I stopped it. I'm going to rage.
Okay.
And delete site CSS.
No,
and then,
do not delete site CSS. Do not do that. That is not the same style sheet.
Okay, now
what? Go to your CSHTML index, sorry,
host.
Something else.
Yeah, host, down here.
And where it says component type of outlet swatches, change that that whole line there to point to your CSS folder.
Is that what it was? Hang on. Layla's little helper.
Capitalization does in fact matter on some of this.
Oh,
because if you were to host this in a Linux server, it would go, I don't know what that CSS file is.
Oh my God, kill me now.
Thanks, Linux. Case sensitivity sucks. Try refreshing your cache. Blow out your cache. I don't believe it. It's still caching something somewhere. It shouldn't be able to find that file. There's that. It should have no reference to the old one. How is it getting it? Right click on there and
did we
see what's
did
in,
we have
see
to
what's in the head of
it?
Yeah, you're fine with that. I think that's fine. What's in the head of the document there? There's your CSS file. I don't see. Oh, wait, hang on. No, that's the original Bootstrap. I don't see anything vintage in there, do you?
Is that...
Try clearing your cache and rebuilding.
Was it that color that we changed, though? It wasn't that color.
Oh shoot, you're right. Here, let's
What
do
button is this?
let's do the quick fix for now.
Button.text.
Yeah, we'll change that other color in a minute. Go to your app.
Yeah.
And then in your form, where your form is, on the button, set the property primary to true, I think it is. Or theme color primary. Sorry, we changed that.
So what do you want me? Is it theme?
Theme color equals primary. And do that on the other button too. And that should fix those. You actually have 3 buttons, but
It's fine. We'll come back to that.
Yeah.
Yay!
Our custom theme, that just validates our custom theme is there. You can go back and like change some more colors and
We've done some stuff.
We've done things.
We've done magic.
Unspeakable things.
Magic.
See you tomorrow.
Goodness. Bye.
Bye everybody.